It's Tyson Fury. Tyson, really great to see you. How you doing?
Oh, yeah, how are we?
I see they've dropped your stool down, so you're the same size.
I'm actually smaller than Collar right now.
I can't believe it. Great to see you tonight. We're going to get onto your cousin in just a second time, but obviously the main event here tonight, Nick Ball, he's had such high praise from everyone that we've spoken to, especially Frank Warren, saying, look, this guy is one of the most exciting fighters in the world right now. What do you make of him?
I think he's a fantastic little Nick Ball. God made him 5'3" for a reason. Because if he was 6'5", we'd all be unsafe right now. He's a proper English pit bull terrier. I love watching him, honestly. Even though he beat my mate Isaac Lowe, I'm a massive fan of little Nick Ball. I think he's a proper banger.
Yeah, he's going to pull in a great crowd tonight. I'm so excited about it as well. I want to ask you as well. Me and Bunsey were talking at the top of the show about how we've only just recovered from what happened at Wembley a couple of weeks ago. You were ringside. You were like, "Wow, I've lost absolutely millions because of that." When you were watching that fight, what did you make of the way it was going down?
You know, Daniel did everything he had to do. Before the fight, they asked me how does each fighter win. I said he's got to come out fast, put it on him, and get him out of there inside 5 or 6. And AJ had to slip and slide a bit, soften him up, use his jab, and then take him out down the line. But you know, it's heavyweight boxing, and it can happen. It's dangerous with giant men like that. It makes me wonder, like, why did I choose boxing? Why didn't I just win the Euro Millions? Like in the heavyweight division, fighting monsters like that. A skinny little chubby guy like me.
I would love to know what your alternative career would have been if it wasn't boxing.
I'll tell you later when we're off camera.
I can guess. What about you then? Because I've read that you said recently, look, I'll wait until I'm 50 to fight AJ. It's going to happen at some point.
At the end of the day, it'd be a travesty if we didn't fight. No matter if he loses 20 more fights, if he doesn't win another fight and he has 10 years away from the game, it doesn't matter, we have to fight. I did an interview recently and I said, look, it doesn't matter if we're 50 years old, we'll have to fight. It's got to fight. You know, I lost one big fight already with David Price. He was a British hope at one stage, and that was building up lovely. That would have been a massive fight, here in Liverpool or Manchester, but that's gone now. And it'd be a travesty if we didn't fight each other.
I agree.
On that night, Tyson, you and Oleksandr were talking at ringside, just talking pleasantries. Where are you at the moment in regards to preparation for that December 21? Because I've got to tell you, you look like it could be 3 weeks away. You're looking good, son.
I'm ready to rock and roll. Listen, I don't need a 12-week camp. I've been boxing all my life. I'm ready to go tonight, tomorrow, next weekend, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. It doesn't really matter. I can come in the ring at 30 stone and do 15 rounds. I'm a natural at it, do you know what I mean? All I need is 5 or 6 weeks sparring, good sparring this time, where I've not got a cut that's going to open up. And we're worried about the cut so much in camp, because there was a massive payday on this cut. And the cut wasn't even a factor in the fight. So now, pushed it, can't wait.
But it was a factor in the preparation.
Listen,
in your mind,
it's always. It was only 3 months, 12 weeks before. I had 16-inch cut across my left eye, and that had to heal. I'm not sure how long it takes for a cut to heal. How long?
Mate, a cut as bad as that, you'd think a little bit longer, and you will always be scared of it opening up the scar tissue.
I think
it can be a problem.
It maybe took 7 or 8 weeks for the cut to try and heal up, and then another 6-7 weeks training. But it's always a risk of it opening up and then you lose your big dough. Do you know what I mean?
And how do you feel about it now? Everyone's obviously talking about December the 21st. Watch it on TNT Sports box office, by the way. We've got it. How do you feel about it now? And do you change the way that you feel about fights the later in your career, if you know what I mean, as you mature a bit more?
Not really. I've always been a bad man my whole life. And I'm still one today at nearly 40-year-old. A few years on 40, but still, I like to say that, it sounds more. However, I'm going to go in there with destroy mode. Last time I went to box him and I was being cautious and I was boxing head right off him. Let's talk facts. Anyone can get caught, as we see in a lot of these heavyweight fights. But this time, I'm not going for a points decision. I'm going to knock a motherfucker out. I'm not even sure if you can say that on TNT.
I think you've said it.
There we go. You know.
It might be past the watershed, but I probably do have to apologise for a couple of people watching if you're offended by that. It is Tyson Fury, though, so you might get a bit of that anyway.
I'll apologise for my behaviour.
No, don't
And if
worry.
you don't like it, change the channel.
I thought there was going to be another one there for a second. Don't change the channel because your cousin's coming up.
Yes.
Give us a couple of reasons to watch him. Second pro fight. How exciting is he?
He's a very good fighter, you know. He had about 90 amateur fights when he was a kid, from 11 to 17. And then he took like a long break away from boxing. And then he got back recently, like maybe 6 months ago. And I'm very, very proud of what he's done, because it would have been a waste. I used to look at him and think, you've wasted a talent and a career by not turning pro. And better late than never. And he's training and he's working really hard. I'm so proud of him, because 6-7 months ago, a year ago, he wasn't even training to be a boxer. He had a normal job. And now he's on a TV fight on TNT. Walter Fury up next. Tune in.